Hello everyone, welcome once again to another Power BI related tutorial by Team Slidescope. In this part, we are doing e-commerce sales exploratory data analysis. You will learn how to create very simple measures like this and how to use these measures in visuals. You will also see usage of Q&A visual to create the graphs automatically, total sales by age group, total sales by year, quarter and month, and particularly what is the difference between showing a date as a categorical field and showing the date as a continuous field, total sales by purchase method, how we can show the average line that you are seeing here, total sales and number of transactions by location, where this bubble will represent or bubble size will represent where we have higher sales value in India, total sales by product category, which is the more preferred category or a category which is giving us more revenue. Then we have these filters that you can use to visualize the data. So this kind of dashboard can be helpful for e-commerce managers who are digital marketing managers or sales managers who are building different kind of campaigns, running different kind of campaigns and want to analyze overall performance. So giving these date related filters will help us in analyzing things like quarter to date performance, year to date performance, comparing sales of this year with previous year. This is part 1. In part 2, we will do more time intelligence related analysis on this data set. So let's get started with part 1. So the data set that we are using in this project is e-commerce data set for data analysis. In the data set, you can see we have information of customer ID for each transaction, transaction ID, gender, age group, purchase date, product category that was bought, whether discount was availed or not, discount name, discount amount and gross amount. So we have these different fields, and here you can see meaning of each term here and what is this data, and it can be used for data analysis, data visualization and machine learning project. It is available on this Kaggle URL which I am going to analyze today. So I will provide you the link. So now we will get started with it. Now, to analyze the data and create a data analysis report, in this video we are going to use Power BI. We will open Power BI desktop, and in Power BI desktop we are going to connect the data. It's a text in CSV file, so we will connect the data set. So locate your file which you have downloaded. It is stored in a folder, and now after locating, just load it. After loading the file, click on load and save it whatever name you want to give to your project. So they have called it project DF, and we will simply rename it as e-commerce sales or e-commerce whatever. So after saving your table, we will quickly insert a text box, and in this text box I am going to provide the information of what we are trying to do here. So this is a simple e-commerce sales exploratory analysis dashboard. Let's use a font size around 28, make it bold, align it to center. For our text box, I will go to effects, enable shadow. If you want, you can enable visual border also. By enabling shadow, you give it some kind of 3D effect. Next, we can also add a sidebar. So we will simply click on insert. We have different shapes, so I will insert a shape here. This shape is going to work as our sidebar, which is going to work as our, basically this is where we are going to put our slicers, and I will just go to style section, try to give it a white color, and here in style I will disable the border, but I will just enable shadow for it, so that now we have this sidebar. For this also, let's say if I want to give a simple color, I will give this color with a little shadow over it. So now after having this, we will start analysis, and I will just give it some color. So you can see in view the theme that I am using is the default theme. After creating everything, after creating the dashboard, I will later just change theme, and it will automatically pick the font and uh, primary color of that particular theme. Here we will go to insert, and we are going to insert some image here, and that image is available in a folder that I have, assets folder. So from this folder I can add any image that I like, basically some image representing sales. So I am just adding this image. You can add any other relevant image for your project. Now when we are analyzing, or when we start analyzing this type of data, every time we have to consider what is our target field. So our target field can be either gross amount or net amount. So gross sales is basically the total revenue generated from all sales transactions before any deductions, and net sale is total revenue after deducting sales returns, allowances, and discount from gross sales. So as you can see, we have some discount amount. If discount amount is zero, gross amount and net amount are equal. So but if there will be some discount amount, obviously there are, so you can see, so this is gross amount, and net amount is less than that. It is gross amount minus the discount. So that's why we are considering gross amount here, for example. And when we are considering gross amount, so then it will be important you see every column, like we have unique customers here. So ho- first of all, how many unique customers are there, how many total number of transactions are there, what is average gross amount, what is minimum or maximum gross amount. Those type of things can be used as a KPI. And then product category wise gross amount, discount availed yes or no wise gross amount. This is a discount method. Also we have like festive 50, new year save 10. So discount method wise or discount name wise gross amount, discount amount, what is average discount amount. These type of things can be analyzed. So first we will create some KPIs. So as I said, KPIs will be how many distinct customers do we have, and for KPIs we create this simple card visuals in Power BI, and you can place these card visuals like this. Remember, this particular tutorial is for beginners, and some students requested us to create this, so I'm just doing that for them without too many complicated calculations. So here we have the customer ID. Now before starting anything, I will go to modeling tab. This is modeling tab from where you can create a new measure, a new column, or a new table. So I'm going to create a new table, and I'm just going to call this table as, so let me show that again. So I'm just going to call this table as measures or measure table. Here we are going to store all our measures. So now I will right click on this table and create a new measure. Now what is a measure? In Power BI we can create a new measure, a new table, or a new column. A new measure is just like a calculated field, a single value. So for example, number of customers. So I'm just writing as num customers. And now to find number of customers, we will use distinct count. So distinct count is a function in DAX, and in distinct count, as you can see, it is asking for a column name. So we will select CID. So CID is the column where we are counting distinct values. So when you will find that, now you can simply drag this measure here. Okay. So let me try once again. So now you can see distinct customers are 29,000. In the data set, you can see there are 55,000 rows. But when we are trying to find out distinct number of customers, they are 29,000. So now we will go to call out value and select the primary color, this one. And for number of customers that we have, I'm going to select this color. Okay. So this way you can find out your distinct number of customers from here, or distinct number of any value. In general, now I may be doing quickly. So when you are on a visual, you can select format your visual. In format your visual, you have call out value, you have category label. This is call out value, this is category label. So we can reduce the size of call out value like this, 40 or 35, whatever is your preferred size, and then you can resize it. Similarly, you can also go to category label and select a color for it, make it bold, select a font size for it, and display it like this. Now this is visual setting, this is general setting. In general setting, you have effects where you have the shadow. You can select that shadow. Now our KPI, just like a 3D view, is created, and you can see we can make sure that these alignments are, you know, in sync. Like you can see the margin from left for both of these uh, visuals or both of these elements is same. Similarly, I just created a copy of it. So Control C, Control V, or Command C, Command V, whatever is your preferred way. Or you can click here and sorry, you can click here, copy, and then you can click anywhere and paste. So this is also something that you can do. Now, before proceeding further, you can press Control S or go to File and Save As, and in your device save it somewhere. So we are doing e-commerce sales analysis, so we are going to save it here. Now we have created number of customers. In the similar way, we will also try to find out total number of transactions like TID. So it will be easy. So we will click on our measure, just copy it, and here in our measures table we will create another measure, and that measure will be number of number of transactions. So I'll just write TXN, and here I will write TID. Okay. Distinct count does what it does is it counts distinct number of something. So in your table you have different CIDs, you have different TIDs, right? Whatever is the distinct number of these values, it will count that. So here you are going to just write num transaction. So now you can see number of transactions are actually equal to number of rows. So here this is a summary dashboard. In second part we will talk more about more advanced calculations, but in first part we are keeping it simple. So now this is total number of customers and number of transactions. Now we will copy it once again, so you can copy and paste, and here we are going to find out total number, we are going to find out average gross amount and total gross amount. For that also we are going to create new measure, and here we are going to write average sales. I'm just writing it as sales. So average sales will be average function. So because these measures are going to return single answer. So that's why we are using average, and we will select average of gross amount. This will give us whatever is the average amount per transaction, because here we have done it row wise. So if you will do it, you will see the average gross amount is 3.01 k. Now where is this k coming from? So if you will go to any visual and call out value, you have the display units. In your display units you have thousands. You can also select millions, you can also select billions. Obviously when something is in thousand, it is going to be represented as a summarized value as 0 billion. If you will select none, you will actually see that amount. Okay, so that's why Power BI has automatically selected 1000 for us. Next we will create another copy, and this time I'm going to show you how to do it without writing a measure. So again you will select the gross amount, and here it will automatically ask you to select a particular function. So we are going to select sum, average, minimum, maximum, whatever is your required function, and it will display the data. Remember, when we copied this visual, we set the unit as 1000, unit display at 1000. So this time we have to select million. Okay, because it is 165.7 million. Even now if you will select billion, it will show 0.17 billion. So whatever is your preferred data. Here you can see whatever names we provided to the measures, it is automatically capturing those names. So here, because we have selected the sum function, so it is saying sum of gross amount. So we can rename it as total sales. Okay, so this is something that you can do. So this is total sales, and if you want to create a measure of total sales, you can do it like this. You can say total sales equal to sum. Here we are going to use the aggregate function sum, and here we have sales. So sum e-commerce gross amount. Okay, so is it clear, Mohit? Okay. Yeah. And for everyone watching, so this is a simple way. So either you can create total sales, or you can just drag that field and create that KPI. So similarly we can also create another KPI here. So like we did, this is total sales. We can also find out, so this is gross amount. We can also find out average discount amount. Okay, so it will automatically ignore the blank values. So we have the discount amount in INR, and you can see in some cases it is 0. So now on the basis of that, it is going to calculate the average value. So you can find out discount amount, and from here we can select average, and obviously this cannot be displayed in millions, so we will select none. Average discount amount is 136.99, and here we are going to rename for this visual as average discount amount, or average discount. That will be sufficient. Average discount. Now you can do one more thing. This is the report view, this is the table view. Okay, so in your table view, if that value is actually a currency or an amount, so we can select that particular column, and in here you will find a structure. So this is column tool. When you will select a column, you will see column tool. Here you will find a structure, here you will find formatting. In formatting, I I click percentage, but in formatting, because it's a currency, I'm going to select a currency symbol, and you can find out whatever currency symbol that is, and like For example, here we are seeing rupee symbol. So we can select that. And now it will be displayed as a rupee symbol. You can do the same thing for sales also. That is optional. You have to try. So this is something that you can do, and this is our KPIs. Now after finding it out, we also have, now let's see other examples. Here you can see we have age groups. So age group is not given as a single age or integer age value, but it is actually given as a group, so we don't have to create anything. This is now a categorical field. So for one categorical field and one numerical field, if we have to prepare graphs, we can show bar or column charts. We can select a funnel chart, we can select a tree map, we can select a donut chart. Although they have different purposes, but we can select them because these are the distinct numbers. So here what we are going to do is, for different age groups, we are going to create a stack bar chart. In a stack bar chart, actually we can select two numbers, but here we just have to select total sales by different age groups, because we want to understand which age group is giving us more revenue. So we will drag age group to y axis in our stack bar chart, and in our x-axis we will add the number, because actually in a stacked, number will be represented by x-axis. So, or basically in a bar chart, in what Power BI calls as a bar chart, horizontal charts, on x-axis you will put a number. So you know that we have created total sales, and this gives us an information that in the age group 25 to 45 we have the highest total sales. Final thing, here in this visual we have general tab, and I will just select a particular color for title and align it to center. For my visual, I will go to effects and enable a shadow. That is the only thing I'll do. And now I will copy it. Okay, copy it one time. So this is showing total sales by age group. If you actually want to show those numbers here, so what you can do, you can click here, and here you can enable data labels. So this is something that will do total sales by age group. Next, after finding out total sales by age group, we also have information whether they availed discount. So this is like a binary field or yes no field, boolean field. So here we will select a simple donut chart, and in donut chart I will just select discount availed. So you can see it is very close, like 50.16% of total sales is when discount availed is no, and 49.84 is when discount availed is yes, and you can actually see those numbers. In a donut chart, we can select different colors for our slices. This is legend. We can enable or disable the legend. Okay, or we can choose its position as bottom center, so that you can see the data in a more proper way. Now we are going to create another copy of it, and here actually I'm going to resize these visuals because we have enough space here. So this is total sales by discount avail. Now after discount avail, we have the type of discount that they availed. Okay, so on the basis of discount name, now we have the data, and for this we can select a stacked column chart. When you will select a stacked column chart, on x-axis the categorical field will come, and on y-axis your numbers will come. So in a vertical, numbers come on y-axis, in horizontal, numbers come on x-axis. Some easy thing to remember. You can enable data label to show these data values. Now this is called further analysis to your visual. So you can go here and you can see we have something like a constant line. So we can add some kind of constant line at a particular value. Okay, let's say 40,000. So if you want to display some constant line, you can enable from here. You can enable that value, let's say 400,000, whatever you want to show. In many other cases, you will see average line, minimum, maximum. So we have done those examples in our previous cases. So you can check out those videos as well. I will leave the link in description. So this is our third graph, which is total sales by discount name. Next, we also have gender wise information. So which gender has given us more revenue, and on the basis of that you can select your target audience, like you can build your buyer persona like for other marketing campaigns. So just a minute, I will select it once again. Now if you will double click anywhere, okay, so this ask a question about this particular chart will come, or you can directly click here Q&A. So here it is already suggesting us something: top location by total sales, top gender by total sales. So basically whatever we are doing. So let's say we select top gender by total sales, and here you can see it has automatically generated a chart for us where other female and male. So revenue by other male and female is created, and now you can turn this Q&A result into a standard visual. Okay, or you can click here, and here is your Q&A settings. This is something that we have discussed in our other examples, but this is how you can actually use a Q&A chart. So let's convert this into a standard visual, and it will be now just a bar chart, horizontal bar chart. And here now we can replace it wherever we need. So this is total sales by gender. We will copy the format painting and apply it here. So now we don't have to do the same styling again and again. We can copy it like that. There is one more thing you can do. You can choose something like a pie chart also to show this data. So in a pie chart and a donut chart, you can see the only difference is, so basically in a pie chart and in a donut chart, this is the only difference. And here in your donut chart, you can select, sometimes we display some data in the center. So for example, I'm just giving this example. Say I want to show average sales. So I will copy the visual. Call out value, I will select a small size value. Category label, I will disable. In general, I will disable the background for it. And now you can see we can place it over here because it has a shadow. So you can see the shadow. You can disable the shadow as well. So something like that can be displayed here. So kind of gives a good look. Now after gender, we also have information of location. So location is given as top cities of India. So for this we can select a map, a bubble map. In this map we will put location on location, and here we have the bubble size. So as a bubble size we can select total sales. So you can see it is automatically showing that wherever we have higher sales, for example in Delhi or Mumbai or Bangalore, we have these values. For cities like Lucknow or Jaipur, it is a smaller amount than for Varanasi. Then this is Kolkata. So you can see for different cities like Srinagar. So they, whatever cities we have available, we can show this bubble chart, and here we have the data. And when we are taking our mouse over it, like you can see location. So we are seeing total sales. Now this is what we are seeing from tooltips. So you can also put num transaction. So now you will see number of transactions in Delhi and its location, but the bubble size will be decided on total sales only. So this is something that is very important to understand. And now we can also copy format painter and apply it here, so that that particular styling is copied here. After location, we also have the product category. So product category wise understanding of product category wise sales is very important. So for that also we can copy this type of graph. But here I am going to show another graph, which is tree map. This is something that we use mostly for product categories. Even it has a field name category. So we can bring something like product category here, and it will automatically start showing that total sales for electronics product category is highest. Now, since we have to analyze other values like purchase date is very important for us. So we want to analyze purchase date wise sales. So for date wise sales, we always use a line chart, like the preferred chart for that is a line chart. And in x axis, we are going to bring the date. So we will automatically get year, quarter, month and day, that are the date parts. And for total sales, we will select average. So basically what this chart will do, uh, it will automatically select year as the first hierarchy or the first point, and year wise it will start showing you total sales. Now the next date part in hierarchy after year is quarter, then there is month, and then there is day. So if you will click here this parallel thing, so now you will see quarter wise sales. If again, now you will see month wise sales. Again, now you will see day wise sales. By day means in a month there can be a maximum of 31 days. So if we combine all those years, 26th day is the day when we get highest amount of sales. So now when we work with these parallel lines, it is considering these date parts as categorical fields. Like quarter is something, like month is a category, like day is a category and not a continuous value. But if you go up, and this is the default view, and if you select this chart where you have this sitemap like of icon, now what you are getting is it is year and quarter. So in every year there will be 4 quarters. So now it is showing to 2020 year quarter 4, quarter 2, right? So for every year and quarter, if you will click this, so now it is showing by year, quarter and month. So if you see any data point like this, here you can see this is quarter 4 of 21 December month. Okay, highest sales was achieved in quarter 4 of 2023, that we can see here. So this is important, and if you will simply click here, it will convert it into a basic area chart. Okay, so this is an important thing. Let me just make the chart sizes equal. So before proceeding further, we provide data analytics classes, online data analytics classes. You can learn from anywhere at slidescope.com. So you can contact us. You can comment in the comment section. We provide demo classes to students. So you can enroll in a demo class, so that you can understand what you are going to learn in this tutorial. This is our Power BI tutorial for beginners. The pricing that is shows, what Udemy shows is dynamic. So in this Power BI course, you will learn introduction to Power BI, data import and transformation, advanced DAX calculations, Power Query Editor and its usage, data modeling, many practical projects, creating dashboards on different data sets. It's at 10 plus hours of dedicated video, so you can try this as well. Now, after preparing our dashboard, here obviously this is showing us total sales by year, quarter and month. But if you see, we also have a purchase method. Purchase method can be a credit card, a debit card, Google Pay, etc. So we can also create a chart or something like that. What is sales by different purchase methods. So for example, instead of total sales by discount name, we can also bring something like purchase method. So you will be able to see that credit card is actually the most preferred purchase method, and it has given us highest revenue. Now, after bringing these visuals to our report, we have to give some interactive filters to users so that they can analyze the data based on their own conditions. So whatever fields we have used here, the categorical fields mostly, like age group, discount, availed, discount name. So we are going to use them as slicers. Slicer is basically an interactive filter visual that you can give to your users. I will resize the slicer like this, and first I will add age group here. In slicer setting, I will select it as a drop down list, and I will just go to slicer header and select some color for its header. So we will select this color. Okay, so this is age group. You can also go in general tab and enable some shadow. So this is age group. We can copy and paste here. Okay, and now we can remove age group and we can put discount availed. Similarly, we can copy paste once again. We can put gender. Let's say we want to see for male, so you will be able to see to performance for when the buyers were male, sales performance when the buyers were male or other gender or female gender, and what type of products are they buying. That is also um, something you will analyze. Okay, so this is gender. Similarly, we can copy it one more time, and here we can select location. Let's say you want to select a particular city. Although if we click here, for example, if I click on Delhi, you will be able to see the performance. But here in every visual, you will be able to see the portion only or ratio only. But if you will select from here, so the entire data is now for Delhi only. Let's say we want to compare Delhi and Lucknow sales, or we want to compare Jaipur and Lucknow sales. So we can press command or control whatever is there in your operating system, and you can now select two cities and you can analyze the data. Okay, so this is something that you can easily do, and here you can clear the filter. So this is location. You can arrange these slices accordingly, and similarly you can create different slices. Finally, I'm going to have a date slicer. You can put others also. So finally, I'm going to have a date slicer. For that, we have purchase date. When you will add a date slicer, you will have more options. Like here, you can show it like a between or relative date. So if we show between, then we can actually expand that. And now we will be able to show sales between dates. Okay. This is something you can do. For your visuals like this, which have time related field on x-axis, so you can go to further analysis, and here you can enable a trend line showing whether your sales are going up or no, not going up. Here, as I said, you can also add a average line automatically. So in your average line you can select a color. Let's say we are going to use this color to show the average line. Having so many lines can be confusing, but this is, we are adding this average line. So you can see the months where your sales were above average and months where your sales were below average. What I am able to see is in December of every year, sales are above average, even in September or August. So you will be able to analyze that kind of information. So this is our dashboard, a very simple dashboard that I just created to teach you how to uh, create an interactive dashboard which will work on these filters. Try this and let us know if you have any comments, suggestions, questions, anything, you can ask them. If you like these type of tutorials, please subscribe to our channel, because we are bringing videos related to Power BI, Tableau, Looker Studio, Excel dashboards, everything you will find on our channel, even exploratory data analysis with Python and its libraries, and mixing Python with Power BI, mixing Python with Tableau is also there. So see you in the next class. Till then, have a nice day.